I guess that will be all right. And I'm sorry about all the delay, but it was really important to finish the academic bowl so that our deaf students and our staff could compete. And it was really successful because staff won. Ooh. And I had the opportunity to tell everyone who was here that a long time ago, before talking calculators, I taught abacus to blind kids. So that was interesting because that was one of the answers. So today, the reason why we're really making an effort to do this recognition is that everyone needs to see the successes of FSDB students. And I'm representing the Board of Trustees and the whole campus community today in congratulating, recognizing two teams that have outstanding achievement for the past several years, but especially this year. I want to congratulate and recognize both the goalball team in the blind department, and that's both boys and girls, as well as our football team, the Dragons, because both of them have really done a wonderful job and received national recognition, several places and championships. So now I'm going to turn over to Donna Johnson, and thank you for your patience with the microphone, because when both groups, all departments are together, I like to be able for the blind students to hear my voice and you all to see me sign. That's important. Thank you. And congratulations to both teams. We're going to hear from the coaches. Merry Christmas, too.
Thank you, Dr. Prickett. Short and sweet. On behalf of the PE and athletic department, I would like to congratulate the teams who proved that they have shown their sportsmanship, their teamwork, and their obvious outstanding leadership throughout this season. So I'd rather the coaches talk themselves instead of myself, but we're going to start with Coach James Crozier and the girls goalball team. Come on up, please.
Good morning. I usually don't need a microphone, sorry. I appreciate the invitation to come here and recognize some of our student athletes, and specifically the young ladies up on stage who represented our school at the national championships this year. We traveled to Austin, Texas last month and competed against several teams from all over the country, from the West Coast and the North and the East Coast and the Midwest. And so we competed. The girls played really well. I'm going to recognize each one of them individually real quick. Look from your right to left on the stage. First up is our senior, Veronica Hyatt. Junior, Brianna Cruz. Sophomore, Dejanay Levers. Senior, Adiana Brennan. And our captain, senior Aaliyah Ferguson. And we're missing one of our teammates that actually traveled with us to Austin, senior Melly Hatcher. We wanted to give a shout out to her. She's watching. So, and also, our sport only allows 6 of our players to go travel and participate in the tournament and stuff, but we have 10 other players that are all significant contributors to our program. And so I know the girls on stage and then the coaches, Coach Katrina and I, certainly want to thank them for all their hard work. They're all contributors to our team. Any time we go somewhere, all of the players that represent our program are part of our team, because without them, we wouldn't have a program, and these girls wouldn't have some young competition to compete against all the time. So some specific recognitions that happened at the tournament. Senior Veronica Hyatt and senior Aaliyah Ferguson were named to the All-American team, so they were the top 6 players in the United States. And the girls really played well. We focus on our defense. That's our main thing that we always focus on. And we kind of really frustrated a lot of teams. The first day we gave up 4 goals, I think, in our first game. And then the rest of the weekend, our next 7 games after that, we only gave up 1. So Veronica led the way in scoring, followed closely by Aaliyah. Junior Brianna Cruz shut down defense, didn't give up a single goal at the center position, which is pretty cool in a whole tournament for the center who blocks the majority of the balls to not give up a goal. So the girls played very, very well. Excellent sportsmanship. Very, very proud of them. And again, we appreciate the opportunity to recognize them, the 2019 Girls Goalball National Champions. They're showing everybody the back of their hoodies that said National Champions. Thank you.
Thanks, James. All right, next we'd like to ask Coach Keith and his boys from the goalball team to come up on stage, please.
Thank you. I'm Coach Keith Young. I'm joined with our assistant coach, Justin Keller, a former student in the blind department, and a former goalball player. We had another great year with our regional tournament leading into the national championship. Even today, the boys waked up and had a 5:30 a.m. practice. These guys worked extremely hard. Just like what Coach Crozier said about the girls team, there are 8 other players who are not up here on stage who come to every practice and continue to work hard. Championships are great and all, but I kind of look for like those life moments. And at our regional tournament and also at the national championship, these guys took a pretty close loss. But this team, especially, they didn't get upset about it. They went back. We had our little meeting. We talked about it, and then they just kind of went through the competition and stuff. So what I really like about this team is when they have bad practices or if they have a bad game, they immediately bounce back and they charge forward. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and introduce our players. We have a 8th grader, Joshua O'Connor. Step forward. Step forward. Wave your hand. Wave. We have junior Lance Gardenhire. We also have another junior, Thomas Rice. And I'm going to go ahead, as I announce our starting line, I'll tell you what some of the honors they got as well. We have another junior, Luke Bacuzzo. He was named on the All-American team. Another junior, Trayshawn Faison, also on the All-American team. And we have our sole senior, Colton Kimball, also All-American. Well, I look forward for next year, especially because we're going to have a lot of seniors, but we also have a couple of freshmen and 8th graders who are just chomping on the bit to make that youth nationals team and kind of continue this culture. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. And now, for your Dragon football team, I would like to ask Coach Eric LaForce and the football boys to please come up on stage.
Let's go, Dragon! Let's go!
Yeah! Good morning, everyone. Congratulations, football team. Maybe you are thinking maybe last week or 2 weeks ago there was an announcement for the championship for our team in the cafeteria. So we're doing it again. We've got 2 groups of students. We got together and actually they were voted on to become national champions. The Deaf Digest is a newspaper, online news article that's distributed and talks about news with deaf sports throughout the nation. So they picked us to be the Deaf Digest national team. And there's another group of people, the NDAA, the athletic directors, the coaches, people throughout the nation who work in the School for the Deaf, chosen us to be the national team as well. So we're really honored to be recognized by 2 different groups of organizations. So we have an 8-on-8 football team, so we are the national champions for that. So I'm honored, and congratulations to the team. So we have to look at how many wins and losses we had. We had to look at other schools. So we challenged 4 other deaf schools, the Mississippi School for the Deaf. Remember, we went over to visit them, and it was 3-0. They were the champions last year, so we wanted to see how we would come against them this year. We also went over to Tennessee School for the Deaf. They're a young team. We were ahead by a pretty good amount. And then we had Louisiana School for the Deaf, and we really beat them. That's my hometown, so I was able to beat them. And then lastly, for homecoming, do you all remember what happened? Alabama School for the Deaf came here, and opening of the game, they kind of were getting their score up. So we're a little rusty, but we were able to kick it into high gear and really come out with a win at the end of that. Our record was 7-0, which is a good season, but in the playoffs, we lost. But that's okay. We'll get them next year, won't we, guys?
Always.
We have 1 senior, Floyd, so come on out. Congratulations. So he's our senior on the team. And Floyd's going to give us, let me talk a little bit about Floyd. He hasn't played much football growing up, but he was able to find the line. He was able to figure out that, a lot of our line is kind of a skinnier crowd, but some of the boys quit the team. But Floyd was ready to get on the line, and he didn't have much experience, but he got on, and we really saw that he soared in the position. And really, it was great for him to be able to carry the ball, but being on the line is really important, so Floyd did a great job, so good job, Floyd. And again, congratulations, football team. You did it. You deserve it. We're not finished. We've got to stay busy, don't we? All right, so have a great vacation and holiday. I realize that our time is short today and actually has run out, but I am Donna Johnson, the athletic director for the Florida School for the Deaf and Blind, and my assistant Billy Lang and I run the program. We really want to encourage you all to come out and try out for as many sports as you can. We want to make sure that we recognize all of our students, and we'd like to recognize you in the future too. So please come and be a part of our program. And that's what our, we're related to Academic Bowl. You can play sports, but you also have to have good grades as well. So we want to make sure that the athletics and the academics are well ingrained into each other. So you got to have good grades and participation. Come on out and join the teams and represent your school with pride. Thank you. We need you. Take care. And Dylan is saying, I have some instructions for you all.